Because the cloth that I'm cut from and where I come from, I'm not going to do that to someone else. If I don't like you and me, you not getting along, we not seeing eye to eye, God bless you. I'm going to send you about your way. Because I'm a grown woman. You a grown woman. But that's high school. That's high school to now pull out someone's past. No, you can never step to me face to face. Because I'll make you look like the fruitcake that you are. I wouldn't even do it. I get one of my little thuggers to do it.
Intentionally withholding knowledge from them. And you're not empowering Black people if you are intentionally withholding knowledge from them that could help them. You're actually helping to destroy them.
Yo, there you go. Most Black people. That's correct. Most Black people can't stand you.
Despise me.
Not despise you. It's more pity, right? Because you're a idiot.
Stop beating each other down. And stop being a hater. That's the thing about social media. Social media just gave y'all an easier platform to hate. But guess what? It's still lame, even in 2021.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. All right, so today, as you could probably tell in my intro, we're going to be talking about something that's been going on in the conservative community. But before we get started, I want to make sure that you go to my website at letstalkdarling.com. Make sure you scroll on down to the bottom and provide your email address. It's free of charge. I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to sell your information. And follow me so that I can keep in contact with you just in case I get kicked off of here. And then scroll on up to the top and you can follow me on all my social media platforms where I am constantly posting tons of information. One more thing, don't forget to join the Let's Talk fam. You can go on my YouTube channel. Right next to the subscribe button, there is a join button and you can join the Let's Talk fam. I'm going to be doing some drawings, one for a $100 gift card to the first 50 people that join, the other one for season 1 DVD of Uncle Tom, which the folks at uncletom.com were gracious enough to provide for me to give to you. Okay, I think I've covered it all. Let's go ahead and get started on today's topic. Today's topic is one that has been bugging me for the last couple of days. If you guys follow Candace Owens, you probably have seen the post that she put up yesterday, basically exposing Kimberly Klacik. Now, if you haven't been following this saga, let me just kind of summarize it for you. On Juneteenth, Candace had posted a video expressing her thoughts on Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth to everybody who is celebrating Juneteenth and is super upset that I think it's stupid. Happy Juneteenth. Amazing. Woo, feels good. Racism's gone now, right? You got your Juneteenth. I'm so happy that we can celebrate Juneteenth. I mean, the Democrats have taken everything, but at least they passed Juneteenth. I mean, everybody in the entire history of the world has been a slave, but only one group of those people needs a holiday as a consolation prize from Democrats.
Well, as usual with stuff that Candace says, people got in their feelings, and one of those people was Kimberly Klacik. Now, if you don't know who Kimberly Klacik is, she was running for a district seat in Baltimore, Maryland, and she was more famously known for her campaign ad where she was like strutting down the street in a red dress in Maryland, in Baltimore.
You care about Black lives? The people that run Baltimore don't. I can prove it. Walk with me. They don't want you to see this.
Anyways, she gave quite a nasty response to Candace Owens, calling her out, saying she wasn't for the Black community, yada, 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 all the same stuff Candace hears all the time.
So I've been seeing a lot of comments asking me to address this Candace Owens situation. Number one, you guys know I have a full-time job trying to get candidates in the House in 2022. This is what she does all the time, is just talk and stuff. So she has time for this. I can go Instagram live with her if she wants to pick a day and a time, and we can talk about this on live. I know she wants me to go on her show. Number one, I don't usually let people profit off of a conversation with me. Number two, I think that could be edited, especially now that I know the show isn't live. It's like a show that's being streamed online or something. So I'd rather go live so everybody can see everything in its entirety. But you know what? I still stand by my statement. For me, you know, we have a lot of people that are very loud and very wrong about what's going on in these inner city communities. People, black people are not brainwashed, as she says. They are not on a Democratic plantation. You know, we are not monolithic. We are really intelligent people. And it's interesting that she says these things because she herself is black. So she's actually talking about herself at the same time, which I never could understand.
Kimberly may have spoken a little too much and may have gone a little too hard. I don't think she was ready for the response because yesterday Candace posted a mind-blowing video just exposing Kimberly Klacik for who she is.
I now invite you all to pull up Kimberly Klacik's FEC disbursements report. You just have to go to literally fec.gov. It's very easy to use, probably the only easy website our government has. And you can look in the search bar and you can type in Kimberly Klacik, it'll pop up and it will show you every single dollar that she has spent in her campaign because they have to. I was like, what is with this word September? Like, why is this like a Kimberly Klacik buzzword? So I do a little digging and I find out that Kimberly Klacik was a stripper named September and that her husband was the manager of the strip club. And so I thought, wow, this is really interesting because this person attacked me and said that I am a bad look for the black community. I'm not good for the black community because I don't want to celebrate Juneteenth. And yet the debauchery that happens at a strip club, the vulnerable women that are at strip clubs, and the idea that you married someone who was the manager of the club kind of seems like maybe something relative that Republicans should know. The first thing that really jumped out at me on the FEC reports, again, you can look this up yourself, was that on November 5th, after the election, she they wrote off a disbursement for $119,000+ to Pearl Events. That was the name of the company. And if you look at the receipts, she wrote it as a meet and greet. Even more weird is I look into the registration of the company and the formation docs, which tells you what the purpose of the company is. And this company says it's about real estate. So I don't really know what this has to do with a meet and greet. This seems pretty shady. Let me see who's signing these docs. It just seems to me a bit like a scam.
Now, a lot of people are going to focus on the fact that one of the things that Candace revealed was that Kimberly had a past as a stripper, right? But beyond that, she dropped a lot of concerning information about how Kimberly has been managing her campaign funds. We're talking fraudulent LLCs, fraudulent fundraisers, all kinds of stuff, okay? Fraudulent businesses. It's just, it got shadier and shadier by the minute, okay? If you don't believe me, I'll put a link to the video in the description box below so you can check it out. Now, as Candace was dropping all this information, she said multiple times for people to please get a pen and paper and write down the information she was giving, because the information she was giving was extremely detailed. She pretty much took everybody step by step on how she came into this information, and she highly encouraged everybody to go and look for themselves, okay? Now, I love that Candace does that. She does that almost on everything that she says. She always has sources for her information. She always has receipts. Whether people like that or not, that is a really great quality about Candace because she's very cautious about what she chooses to speak on and who she chooses to speak on, because she does her homework and she knows her facts, okay? She doesn't just speak from a place of emotion. She speaks from a place of facts. So the internet has been in an uproar ever since. And this morning I woke up to a live from Bevelyn Beatty talking about her thoughts on the Candace and Kim Klacik beef.
First of all, I feel like it's not cool for them to have a beef and Candace expose her being a stripper. I thought that was lame. I thought that was a mean girl move. It was low. It doesn't speak about encouraging one another. All of this.
Anyways, she gave her thoughts on it. And essentially, you know, she said Candace was a mean girl for attacking Kim's past. And she really, really focused on this, on the fact that Kim spoke about her being a stripper, which that was just a very small part of it. But she also made claims that Candace should have gone to Kim first and spoken to her about this and asked her about this information. I don't think Bevelyn watched the entire video. So Bevelyn, if you're watching my video, I'll put the link below so you can see it. But Candace did in fact give Kim the opportunity on multiple occasions, not only to speak to this information that she found, but also prior to all of this drama, to offer her a place on the show to come on as a guest and speak about her campaign and highlight some of the things that she was doing in the community, yada, yada, yada. She turned all those things down, okay? She was extremely nasty, if you ask me. She told Candace she didn't have time. She was raising a kid. She was, you know, basically trying to save the Black conservative movement in Baltimore. And she just didn't have time for Candace's show. Meanwhile, she's making appearances on other people's shows, but we'll just leave that right there. Anyways, there's something about that situation that has just spun an entire like domino effect of conservatives, mainly Black conservatives, just going after one another. Now, the ones that I'm gonna mention are constantly kind of nitpicking here and there, but it almost seems like they have grasped the fact that when Candace Owens speaks on somebody, that somebody gets a lot of attention, okay? The media gives it a lot of attention. But what they fail to recognize is Candace isn't just speaking on somebody because she just feels like speaking on somebody and she needs somebody to attack. She's usually responding to somebody who has come after her. So I don't know what's going on, but you see these other Black conservatives starting to weigh in on this situation, but they do it in a way that they are clearly misinformed. They don't know what they're talking about. And then they keep turning it into an attack on Candace, an attack on the fact that she's not Black enough, an attack on the fact that she's not in the streets and that she's not doing enough for the Black community. And Candace has said multiple times, the fact that she is a Black woman does not mean that she owes the Black community anything whatsoever, okay? Her success stands on its own, speaks for itself. She's not doing it just for the Black community. She is doing it for the conservative movement as a whole. It's not just about the Black movement for her. It's about the entire conservative community as a whole and exposing rhinos and exposing frauds. But it's just getting so ugly. It is getting so ugly out there. And I hate to see it. I really, really hate to see it, because as if we didn't need any more distractions from, you know, the things that we truly need to focus on, this is something we just don't need. This is something we just don't need. But to take it a step further, I can't tell you how upset it makes me to see people that claim to support people like Candace, claim to support people like Brandon, right? Turn around and attack them for no reason. And I bring up Candace and Brandon specifically because those two I've been following for a while. And I know that Beverlyn, Kimberly, Amazing Lucas, Loza, all those people that have been attacking either Brandon or Candace or both of them, they have all at one point or another had their support. And the only reason why they lost their support is because they spoke out of turn on them inappropriately and disrespectfully, right? Bevelyn made it a big point this morning to say that you should never, speak poorly about somebody without going to them first, that that's not very Christian of you. Well, as I stated before, Candace is opened up her show, has offered to call Kimberly and speak to her about this one-on-one, and Kimberly has declined. So I don't know what else she could possibly do on that. If you want to go back past that and even past a Black conservative, we can go to Nicole Arbor, which was a situation prior that, she is a white conservative and, she's a comedian. She has a platform that's like completely different from Candace's, but Candace was always very supportive of her and appreciated the way she brought her own flavor to the conservative movement. However, she also just overnight decided to turn on Candace, which in turn caused Candace to have to look into her and discover all these things that people didn't know about Nicole. So I think that, from a level of removing ourselves from, the Candace and Brandon and all those individual things, I think if you are following these people and you are finding yourself confused and lost and you don't know who to believe and you don't know what story is which and, who's being genuine, who's not, okay? My advice to you is this, and I said this morning on an Instagram live that I did, is group whoever you want together. Candace, Brandon, Beverlyn, Amazing Lucas, whatever. Group all those people together and ask yourself, who has been consistent this entire time and who has not? And what I mean by that is who has flip-flopped on the things that they say, whether it's we need to be more Christian, we need to give each other the opportunity to speak to certain things, right? We need to be open to everybody. We need to be forgiving. Listen to the things that those people are saying to you and ask yourself, are they living that life? Are they behaving the way that they expect other people to behave? The standards that they're putting on other people, are they holding themselves to that same standard? And if they're not, that is your answer. And the answer is those people are fake. Those people are phony. They are fraudulent. They are playing you. Okay? When you want to talk about money, let's talk about money because that's a big thing right now. We're talking about who's a grifter and who's not a grifter. Okay? Ask yourself, who have you given money to and do you know what they've actually done with it? Have they shown you where the money has gone? Okay? When I think about it, when I do my own self-reflection, okay? I've given money to Brandon. I've given money to things that Candace has raised money for. And I've given money to Bevelyn as well when she had a fundraiser for something. I don't remember what it was. Anyways, I've given to those people. And out of all those people, I think the most transparent with the money has been Brandon. Brandon is constantly blessing other people with money, whether it be from super chats, whether it be from fundraisers that he's doing for specific things like fallen officers. But Candace also has Blexit that she, is part of, and so is Brandon. And that is for the community, right? That is people's exit from the Democratic Party that she has put her time and effort into. She has the Candace Owens Show that is another platform that allows her to speak to the community, right? Whether that be white or black, whoever wants to follow her, okay? I see that that's where my money has gone. I also know that Candace and Brandon have multiple streams of income, not just their social media, their YouTubes, their Instagram, whatever. They have other businesses that they have going on that they are putting back into their work as conservatives, right? I look at people like Bevelyn and Angela Staton King and Amazing Lucas and Lozas, and I wonder, well, Lozas, I'll say this, he's, doing an album. That's what he raises money for. But I don't really know him personally that well, so I'm not going to speak on him that much. But ask yourself where your money has gone for those people, or even Kimberly Klacik. Do you know where your money has gone? Because she certainly didn't win, right? Did she win any other seat? No. I mean, did she convert over any other people to the Republican Party? No, I don't think so. So that's where you need to question how you're viewing this stuff as it goes on. Another piece of advice that I'll say before I close out this video is this. If you find that these internet beefs, this back and forth is just really driving you crazy to the point where you don't know what to believe, one day you're following Brandon, one day you're not, one day you're watching Candace on the Daily Wire, one day you're not, one day you're loving Angela, one day you're not, whatever, okay? If you can't handle that, if you can't know what you stand for and recognize those that feel the same way as you, then you need to back away from social media. You need to back away from following anybody for a second until you ground yourself back in your beliefs. Because if not, all of this stuff going on and everything else around it that's going on that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but still has to do a lot with politics and social issues, it's going to drive you crazy and you're not going to know what's what. So for your sanity, take a look at these people. Do your own research. Don't go and believe what somebody says just because they're Black or just because they're conservative or just because they're Christian. Do your own research, find your own answers, and come to your own conclusions. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments box below. And do not forget to share this video. Do not forget to like this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much and have a good one. Bye-bye.